I had a story in my heart, but I didn't know where to start. Every sentence felt wrong, every draft fell apart. Sat staring at the page like it owed me something, but the words stayed quiet and the fear kept thumping.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session today. It's a bit special, so before we start, I have to say that I am stuck in traffic. Here it is. So my name is Manon Doucet, and before we jump in, I just want to give a heartfelt thank you to the wonderful folks who stepped up and helped kick off this session while I was stuck behind a couple of car accidents on the way here. They really made sure we got everything rolling smoothly for at least the first 20 minutes of this session. And I'm grateful for their help. Thank you all for your patience and for being here. So as you can see, I did come back home into the office and start a recording, and I'm going to just start the start of this session that I could not record from my vehicle. So you're right here with me, Manon, and for the first 20 minutes, I was stuck behind two car accidents. So please stay mute if possible. That's normally what we ask the housekeeping, but I'm glad that we did not do that. We actually had a talk and a super exchange, and this was fantastic for that. So we had fun, we work, we create together, and that's the way it should be. You'll receive a quick email at the top of the hour asking you for your feedback. So I will appreciate that you give your feedback and what you like to see in the future. We did talk about what you want in the future, so I have a pretty good idea what to do in 2026. Here's a few books that I published in the last 3 years. That's just a few. There's quite a bit more going on right now and a lot more coming up. So in this class is for those who seek a different workflow. And I always said that if we all write the same way or we all read the same book, then there would be no library. So I'm sharing also a downloadable handout, which is a Word document. You should be able to find it inside the Discord and possibly inside the YouTube with this video. Any question before I jump in? If not, let's do it. I'm going to share a different screen. I need to get my information here. I'm going to share the desktop number 2. There we go. So here it is. It's our session, and this is the document in question that I'm sharing with you. In this here, you have what we have in planning for this session. I attach all the link that I discussed during that video with all the story and the development and how I did from a very small story of 133 words, if I recall the number of words here, to a much more developed information and story. First draft, I show you many different ways to go about it. And the last tab, you might get more tab than that. One of the questions was asked about is outline. And I did a bit of digging on different outline that you can use, and I just put a few there. But in 2026, I will do a series of outline play with you guys so you can actually work different outline, not be limited to 3, I think it's 4 to maybe 6 that you have inside the program, when there is tons and tons of different way of working your outline and produce your own. So we're going to have a bit of fun on that. Okay. So during I was in the traffic, we were talking about people who had already written information and how they can actually use that inside Sudowrite to create chapters, developing their story, things like that. So we had someone which has over 30,000 words, someone had over, my God, I think it was 120, something like that. I would have to re-listen to the little part I had on that, but they had quite a bit of written information and they needed help on how to separate that into chapter, how to pinpoint where they had that feeling that something is not complete and how to do that. So I have GL, which did actually a fantastic job showing a screen at some point, and you will see that too. But just to make sure that we have all the information on how to do that, here it is what you miss from the first part of the class, which was not recorded. So here you can see I have a big 60,000 words book that is written. And I don't remember because I did have the series of 3 written and all that. And I'm still working on the editing of book 1, book 2, and book 3. But as you can see, they're already written and a nice refresher for myself to get, okay, what is it that is going on? If you're lost inside your information, put everything inside a Word document. So if you wrote your story inside Sudowrite, and I mean, some of us have been with Sudowrite for 3 year plus, maybe 4 year plus, I'm not sure. You may have like a lot, and I mean a lot of these inside your Sudowrite. So I have over 100 projects inside my Sudowrite, inside one of my account, and I have 2 of those. So I wrote since day 1 inside Sudowrite, and I have tons of things that I would have to put everything into a Word document and read everything and try to get everything on mix and bring back inside Sudowrite. But Sudowrite did something for us, which is great. You see here, you have the little 3 dots on top of your little envelope. When you click on this, you can export the 26 documentation which are inside book 3, or you can export everything as one doc. So for the need of what we're looking for here, I'm going to export everything as one doc. It's going to go inside my download folder, as you can see on top. You open a Word document, and now I have all the information right here. Now, what I would do with that is I will go back here, and you see on top again, top right or top left, depending on how you look at it, import novel. Click on the import novel. And from here, you can come and take that, drag it inside of it, or make a search and bring it. That will basically bring everything from this book tree. It's 120 words right now in there, according to this. And it's going to analyze and replace everything in a way that it's updated with the AI of today to get to even a better way to go about that story. So that's one thing that our friend did, GL, and thank you for that. It is been showed in a student way of doing it. So it's not just us teacher can do it, anyone can do it. So he has 6 steps to go about. He's on step number 3 right now to get this book brought back in with a fresh eye, because let's be fair on that. The AI, Sudowrite, all that, they get better every week. There's a new thing coming up. There's an update. The AI gets brighter, more intelligent, more human, whatever it is you want to say about the AI. It does it. So doesn't give you anything to be like an ostrich and put your head in the sand and not looking outside of what's going on. So right now it's still on step number 3. It's a lot of words to fix, so we give it time for that. During that time, you will have, after this show up, everything that I had prepared for you, which was a mini story. And that mini story has 133 words, sorry. And from there, I show you how you can use this and make it better. Here on the right side of your screen, you can see the chat that I had about that little story, how to make chapter book with just those words. You also have the history, but the history is for each and every single one of those little documents. So I took this 133 words, then I went in and I used some plugin. Because I already showed that in the next section of this video, I'm going to show you how to go inside this tool on top, which is very important when you want to work a bit faster. So the More tool here is where you can find plugins and where you can find all the original information that belong to Sudowrite. So Sudowrite has the write button, the rewrite button, the describe, the brainstorm, and I'm not sure, I think it has the feedback. No, not the feedback. I think that's about it in the button that they normally have on top. And how you can go about that is you can go and reorder this menu and go get the information you're looking for. So write, rewrite, describe. First draft is the one we're going to use. These one here all are the plugin. Visuals is one of the one that belong to Sudowrite. That's one of the original. So we could put it up here. And the same thing with other one here. So for me, I like to use Canva from the original that they have. And these, once you do that, they come to the top here. When they gray out, it's because they cannot be used on a form like this. Like first draft needs a totally empty thing like this. So if I click new, blank document, now first draft shows up. If I click on first draft, then I can get inside and start writing the first draft. So this is what's happening. Visualize is 100 words only. So if I go and get, I think I should be able to get all the way here. No, 105. I can get there, 100. Then visualize is open. If you click on it, you get an image of that little story. Could become also part of your book cover. And all those are yours. That's your own copyright. To give it a chance to do that. And here it's still going on step 3. It's taking a lot of time. Sometimes when you change window, it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. Taking a long time. In the meantime, here we have our little story, which giving us a small idea. And I like the fact that these days they're giving me little square with the whole story. So if you had a children book or something like that, these images can be used or can be brought inside a Canva and work them out to deal with what you're looking for. So I'm a person who like to have those images that sparkle a lot of information in my brain to go and work with. If you want to know where that goes, one number 5. Okay, it's going forward. Next, let's see again for our plugin. In the plugin, you can go and explore the plugin. Because we're working on chapter, we can simply ask here in the search box, chapter. See if there is any plugin which talk about chapter. And then you can go and read all these which supposed to be about chapter. Find something which resonate with you in those. These are being written by authors and writers and Sudowrite user. So this one says read a chapter up to 20,000 words and prepare a recap that can be used as a chapter glue and read the select words. So find the one which might be what you're looking for. So personally, I do prefer my own my own plugin. Even this one to wrap up with a perfect little bow. So you choose your plugin, you add it up. Let's see here, create a magic system. Yeah, let's try this one. Grow my character, that's character. I want chapter. Structure beats. Bring your beats. Best these beats. Stop rewriting. Full chapter 20K response. Get feedback from virtual beta reader. The plugin especially. Let's click on that. Cloud 3.7, which is a very good one. Price-wise, it's a bit in a pricey, but you get better result when you get a bit more pricey and things like that. So this plugin officially look at your prose in the context that it is only part of a larger work. Highlight the text of your whole chapter. Let's see if we can use this one. It might work for what we're looking for to do. So you click on it and you put add it. Then you can go back inside your program, and from here we can find this. So I'm going to take in a small village here. I'm going to copy it. Remember, I did have a few which are on title. So I'm going to put the information here. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to find that plugin, which normally end up in the bottom, full 28K read response. So let's try this. And it's going to give me something with that. So atmosphere setting, subtle magic integrate, sensory details, character specific, weakness, obviously is very small. So lack tension, passive, doesn't give me anything about a chapter. Okay. Those are testing that you can do if you have a lot of credit that you want to use before they go away. But if you don't have a lot and you don't know what the plugin will do, wait until someone else tests it for you. So come in the class and ask if it's possible to test these. So here, if I use my plugin, which is my story in reverse, I will show you how that works as that. So we're going to go in this one on title. I'm going to pass again this information, and I'm going to go get my story in reverse, upgrade. And this one will actually take this story and give you all the information you're looking for to create your world building. It's going to give you idea and everything else. So it's giving you a tone and voice for the guardrail, the POV, the audience that will be target, the theme, structural plan. So it says about 12 chapters, about 2,000 words each, things which are non-negotiable, the style to do, and the don't list. And then it's giving you a genre of 40 words, a style fingerprint of 40 words, how to write your story, and about a 800 words synopsis. As you know about our synopsis inside Sudowrite, as you can see, it's still writing. Now it's giving me a character roster by table. So if you were to copy that into a Word document, it should actually line up. Give it time to finish what it's doing. In the meantime, here, our book tree is done. So we have all the information we were looking for, chapter by chapter. If we go here, it's giving us, this is a thriller, crime, action, espionage. We don't have the style yet, but then you can go and read the synopsis, see the match up everything you're looking for. It's giving you a character list with all your new customized that you had. So from like a year ago when I wrote that book to today, my character list has a whole lot more information to bring in about this character. So as we go and we grow as a writer, we learn things that are important to bring inside our books. Oh, we have a Moretti. you can see, it's interesting to go through and also give you back the taste to finish writing that book. And then you have your world building with all your upgrades and things that you may have brought in yourself to ask the world building, because these can all be fixed and add more information and save. So that would be, that give me the taste to go back and finish that book and get the series going. And then it's giving you a brand new outline with things updated, maybe even better link between chapter, a better follow-up. So this one is, we're getting quite a bit more chapter. We have 24 chapter. And from there you can use all your tools that you have on top. And for that, it's very, very simple. And I show that in the other part of the video. Copy your outline with the little square over here. Create a blank document. Pass your full outline. And from here, you can use all the information or all the tools up here. Expand is right there. You can click on expand and get your product expanded to what you want. You can go in and change things, add things. All that stuff is at your fingertips, sorry. In the write session here, don't forget to go in and change your things. For me, it's basically on a default one card max word, excellent. And here I could put more information like saying I'm actually getting my outline embellished, things like that. I find that it's helping me to get what I'm looking for. So we're having this little part here extended quite a bit. So you read it and it's still writing. Remember, I did put max words, so it's going to write until it's tired, and it's going to start at the bottom here when it's done. So their partnership, so it should be a part over here. Their partnership is right there. So this is where I know that I can start getting all this up here and that all the way here. So this is how you can expand any of your chapter, and same thing for your character box. So in the character box, you can go in, let's see if we can copy any. So I can copy Valentina, copy her, create new, another blank. If I want to work on her, you bring her in a blank one. And from here it says, okay, I want more information about her physical, go describe. I don't want to know how she smell. I don't want to know how she smell. Maybe how she somewhat, we're on the physical. Let's do the touch, maybe the metaphor. So I want to see what she look like, maybe how she feel when you touch her, and the metaphor what's going to give me. And you click describe. If you don't lock down or take those off, it's going to give you how she smells, she tastes, and how she sounds. But they don't go in the physical description. So you click there, and it's going to go this. So the side, her hair one, sophisticated espresso, dark cascade. Now sat chop and brassy against her jaw in a style that looked deliberate, but not entirely at home on her sharp feature. And the touch, so she kept her hands pulsed, fingertips rarely idle and always ready, betraying a lifetime of muscle memory from weapons and weight decision. Not a metaphor. I don't know why they give more metaphor than we asked for. So this is where you can extend with describe. And you can also go with the rewrite the same way. So physical, I can ask to rewrite her. So rewrite, can ask for one card, click rewrite. You can rephrase, shorter, more descriptive, show not tell, more inner conflict, more intense, or you can see what you want. So let's go with more descriptive, which would be slightly same thing that the describe button over here. So it's going to take everything else that is having here So in black is the word from this, in purple is the add-on. So if I'm happy with this, I do insert it. I can copy it. So we have her. We can go in our character box. We can go in our physical, select all, and pass the information. Now we have more information on what she look like. And if you want to go even more on that, you can go in Canva. You can add a card, pass the text, and ask for a visualize of that person. These, if you wonder why I show you that, it has to do with getting more chapter, more information, is because we're not all writing the same way. This is my workflow. I really love to have an image of what I'm writing about. So it's going to generate an image. And then after that, I believe I can go back inside where we left off, where one of my co-hosts is showing his screen on how to do what I just showed you. And we're going to link inside the full information on how to use every single one of these tabs inside Sudowrite with that small French village story. So I will see you there. I'm just waiting for this guy to generate my little image. All right, seems like there is a bug inside the generating a visualize inside the Canva. So I will have to go a different way. I will send a bug on that one. That's not this one here, that's this. There's book tree right there. So on this here, I will simply take that and ask for a visualize, which is too much because it's only 100 words. And go this way. So here we have a description. So differently that I normally do, because I like to have stuff inside my Canva. But here, this is one of my character, which is pretty good. Could bring that inside a different program and fix her the way I want exactly. So this is how you do character. Eventually, we're going to have these inside our character box. We do ask for that a lot. So on this, I will say thank you on that, and I'm going to link it to when I arrive in my office after driving through all that accident on the road.
So it's got all of my characters pulled in, everything's fleshed out, and I did not have this level of detail in the original one. So it's got a lot more information. And then if we come back up to the top, I noticed that
It brought everything in one shot.
yeah, it brought in everything in one shot. And then
What about your synopsis in your story
I'm
Bible?
trying to get back up to the top to see that. I know John usually clicks on the thing and it comes back up. It wasn't doing it for me, but there's Phelps novella outline, all of that.
That's beautiful.
Synopsis here. I did not have a synopsis in the original project.
It brought you a synopsis. You see how much
Yep.
how much more idea now you can go and read everything and see what you're looking for and says, oh my God, now I know what's missing, and then you can use all the tools and get it better and bigger.
Now, it actually shortened out the number of chapters. I'd had 10 plus prologue and epilogue. Now it's only got 8 prologue and epilogue.
All right, I'm going to get you to do something for me. Are you ready?
Of course.
All right, go up on top of where it says outline. So bring your first outline. No, yeah. Go up. I want to see chapter 1.
Oh, up on the top of chapter 1.
Yes. All right. You're going to go to a bit more up. Go in the 3 dots.
And the rewrite outline.
No, that's not the one. Go in the 2 box there. Copy your outline. Up. Your arrow is right on it, or mine. Up.
2 little rectangles.
The 2 little rectangle.
Oh,
Yeah, click
got
on
you.
that.
Copy the outline.
You copy? All right. Now
Yep.
go to new.
New blank document.
Yes.
All right.
And paste your outline in there.
Got it.
Perfect. Now you have this saved. Go back to the outline.
Okay.
So that was just a way to back up the outline before you do something to it.
Bingo. We're going to go in those 3 dots. Delete. Now, this is a clockwork. It's a clockwork thing. So go under generate new outline and drop down and choose the outline you would like to use.
And so let's see. That's probably.
While he's looking at that, I have a quick question. Like my story uses a Fichtean curve. Can I put that somehow in a custom outline on this?
Absolutely.
Is there a reference that shows how to?
Yes, I will show it right after this.
Okay, thank you.
So now you create that outline, generate outline.
So I'm just gonna go with the novel outline generate that just to see what it gives me.
Exactly. During that time, I'm going to go and when you're done your outline, you let us know. I'm going to get you to share your screen again after. So now you're going to see mine. So the person who just talked, remind me again of the question. Oh yeah, how to do the outline.
Yeah, if you do a custom outline, because
All right.
Or a 15 curve.
15.
yeah.
You see here, outline custom?
Hmm.
Click on that. On here, you says 15. Repeat that again slowly for me.
No, the Fichtean curve.
Yeah, Fichthean.
Oh, you have to do it in letters?
Well, it's a type of outline. It's like instead of like hero's journey, the term is actually Fichtean. It's a name.
Right.
Can you
I can put it into chat.
Yes, please. So I will write the right one. Ah, perfect.
Oops, I spelled it wrong.
You did?
Ficht.
CHT.
I can't type.
And what is that for now?
We're going to show you exactly
It's yeah, because mine's a psychological horror, so it puts it more.
Oh,
So you do that.
So it will know what it is then. Okay, I didn't know if I had actually pasted in all the elements of it.
So for me right now, I don't have anything on this one. So let's go into something which will make more sense. I'm going to go into a different story because this one is not that kind of story. So let's go back here. I'm going to find something which will work with. There we go. Template story vampires. I think I have things in here. Yeah, I got quite a few things and I have chapter. Okay. So I'm going to just make sure what I did exactly what I got you to do. I'm going to copy my outline so I don't lose it. So you always have something to fall back.
Oh, this is not happy. Yeah, I just got an error generating my outline.
Just ask again, there's a problem lately with the outline. So we go in the outline here. I'm going, oh, I have to go back inside the chat and get that curve outline.
Sorry, you're moving really fast, but I'm trying to absorb what you got.
Sorry about that. So
She did the same outline copy to a blank document, and now she's back on the custom outline type.
exactly, because I don't want to lose my outline that I already had. So I'm asking that custom outline here, the
Okay.
15 curve outline. And when you have a nonfiction book or a self-help book or a recipes book, and you have your outline, copy all your outline in this box and ask to work with that outline. And it's going to create an outline for a recipes book, a self-help book, a bio for Elvis Presley, by example. It's not going to use one of those novel outline.
Mine would be more of your sex and romance.
So which screen are you looking at? Okay, that changed screen.
So then I think on that one for the outline type, you would want the romance one, and then you could always in the style box tell it that you want it to give explicit content or graphic content. If you want it not just the fade to black kind of romance, you want it to get down and dirty.
Right.
Get down and dirty.
Right.
And Manon has some amazing guidelines for how to tell it to do the kinds of things you want. If you want it to give it a cozy YA story, she can tell you the kinds of words to put in that will get you that kind of stuff. If you want something that you don't want your parents to know that you're reading, she can tell you the words to use for that.
Right.
Exactly.
My overall goal is to actually get this published within the next year.
Okay. Oh my God. You can have published if you get everything from Sudowrite, you in less than a year, you can have that done in like 3 months.
Oh, well, wow. You got me excited now.
Yeah, I hope so.
I will definitely agree with that because when I first signed on to Sudowrite, I had an idea that had been bouncing around my head for years that I just couldn't finish getting out. Had the book completed in 10 days.
Wow.
103,000 words, and it's currently published out on Kindle.
Just to give you a little bit of background, mine, like I said, is 121 pages, over 60,000 words. And what I'm doing is taking the raw version that's in Word and I'm rewriting it. But I was using chat to help refine it and smooth it out. And then she came to the censorship and it's like, okay, I'm up to 8 chapters from the raw version, and now I'm switching on over to this so I can take it forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the LLMs that are out there that are not being accessed through Sudowrite have fairly restrictive guardrails on them. That
Yeah.
definitely the nanny state there. So you're not going to get graphic sex, graphic violence. You're not going to get a lot of the things that people look for when they pick up a novel.
Exactly. Just as an example here, this is the genre, and this is an erotica story.
Okay,
So if you look at the genre by itself, it's a paranormal romantasy, edging, erotic, possessive, opposite attract, sensual, sexy, desired, explicit, steamy, seductive, kinky, forbidden pleasure, lust, erotic, contemporary, temptation. So everything that you want inside your story without using big words here because we're not in one of those sessions, but put it down that's a dark erotica or dark paranormal or dark something. Put those words inside your genre. In your
okay,
in your style, you let them know. This part here, I kind to take it off because I want to save my word, because now that we have that setting inside our outline that we can choose the person and the tense, then you use it that way. So save yourself some information from the style box. You can delete the first person and the tense there because you can use it later. So you can say what's the tone, what kind of voice you want in general, because after that, each character have their own voice. This is one is a kinky guy, the other one is a submissive. They don't have the same language.
I understand fully.
In your character box, then you have to make sure that the AI understand that the character is having that information. And how you do that, you go in your character box in customize, you click on
Okay,
customize, and here you can add, as you can see, I have a lot of
Oh
custom.
my, I thought I was bad, Manon.
wow,
So I got a lot because I work in many genre
uh-huh,
and I have a publishing house. I have clients which needs proper voice, and because they haven't separate our character into the style or the genre we write in, everything is in one box. But here you go add, and you can say this character voice is particular and I want you to write that. So what would be the customization for the character to say this use no you want the voice, the particular voice and dialogue example for this character. Character.
don't worry, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, and when we're in class, we don't know how to spell anymore. There.
Lost art.
So this is something that I would ask the information, and from there I will ask to make sure that it's going to write my character in this voice. So you add this to current character,
Okay,
save as new default. And when I go and generate a character, let me get the character from this story. This is my Crimson story. Evelyn. So I have Evelyn and Lysander. So in my character box, I will simply go and say generate one character and fill in all in her voice and go. During that time is going to do the work.
so I can do this with the couples also.
Yes.
Okay,
In a couple, I would suggest maybe to put it in the world building or create a card, one for each person and then one as a couple.
okay,
All right.
Manon, my outline finished on that other one?
You want to show us?
Sure. So it went from 8 chapters to I now have prologue and 20 chapters. So it expanded that out very nicely here.
Perfect.
Went from just being 8 chapters. It gave me the the different acts and
Beautiful.
expanded it out very well. So
You change
yeah,
your background?
I can now see how this could be easily developed from 40-some thousand words out to a full-length book.
Exactly.
Wow,
That's just phenomenal.
that is a very impressive. May I ask about that Fitchin curve? How was that spelled, please?
Let's go back into this.
It's in chat. It's FICHTEAN.
EAN. Got it.
Yeah. And he gave me this, the blind mark, he gave me 8 chapter with this outline. Is that normal? That
Well, it has to do, it might not fit your story because like the Fichtean curve is for like stories where you're immediately in to the action. There's no like act one, act two, act three. You don't have it's not like a bell curve where it slowly builds up. It basically starts crisis, 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 one after another, climax, and then an immediate falling action that's really condensed. So it might not have worked on your story simply because you might not have had, crisis, 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 crisis.
I gotta tell you, Joseph, in the second of my book series, that the one that I said that I finished the first book in 10 days, my Fichtean curve looks more like a launch ramp. It's just, you said crisis, 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 just it rockets up, and the fall off really doesn't even happen in that book. It's not going to happen until somewhere in book 3. So that's
okay.
My goal is I have up to 7 books I can write off of this one book.
Perfect.
very nice.
All right, so we learned quite a bit on that, even though we list a bit, and I know we have another class, so we won't be able to go more than the hours which we normally go. Eventually I have to make some kind of after hours kind of meeting once a week so we can all sit down and just do all that kind of stuff and back and forth, back and forth. We used to have that. It's something which is missing. I will.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I'll bring the wine.
Oh, I love that. Nice red would be good.
I knew I'd get your attention with that, Manon.
You did. All right. I'm going to teach you a little bit of what I had already ready. So for some of the people which are brand new and have very small story, and I mean extremely small story, I want to teach you a few things here. So this is one of the little story that I got ready for you. And like I said, it's very, very small. This is what that looked like. I have to click on sharing and not this. So dream in a French village. So share this. I will put it in the chat. Where's my chat? There it is. All right. So I'm going to share that with you so you can read it. And from this little story, believe it or not, you can go and develop a full-fledged chapter book. So it's very small. It's 133 words. So this is the story I have. With this story, we're going to go to the next step. We have a few plugins. One of my favorite plugins that I made is my story in reverse. That would have been the other way. I would have told you that you can go about your story that's already written, Danny. You could have brought your story inside of this and ask the plugin, which is there, and I'm going to share that with you also. Put it in the chat. You can click on that little link and that will bring you to the plugin. So when you click on that plugin, this is a plugin where you take your information. So what's in the box is going to take it and is going to develop it. And what I mean by that is going to simply take that little paragraph and now it's going to say to us, here you go. I've organized everything you asked in a clear section, the prompt in reverse. So it's rewriting the Night of Magical Realism. It's giving me, says here, I think this is the genre which goes with that story.
Okay,
That little 130 words. This is the style I think you should write the story in. Now my 130 words, it create a new synopsis with it. And now we have, let me highlight this here. This is the synopsis. We have 667 words a synopsis from the 130 words little story.
wow.
Now it says, okay, I'm going to also give you characters. So he gave me a list of characters. Now we have Jeanne, which is 46 years old. She's a French lady. Marcel is 70 years old. And then we have supporting villager. We have Claire's a teenager neighbor. Madame Bonnard, an old resident. Then he says, okay, now I'm going to give you an outline. So he's giving me an outline, 9 chapters.
Wow.
30 words.
From
With
130 words, you went to 9 chapters.
Bingo. So if you have a little story, no matter the genre, you can use that little toy that I worked long ago and is still working beautifully, is My Story in Reverse. And you have also My Story in Reverse update. Depending on which one you want, they both work beautifully. Not sure how much the generate character, customize line, expense, mark dictation. So I don't see how much it costs, but it doesn't cost a whole lot. But for the result though, it does a pretty good job. So this is one way that you can take a very short story, expand it, read it, and from here, obviously you can say, okay, I want more information on this character. So his physical is not enough. Let's get in and ask for a expansion. So you go in your laser tool, which they are a bit mixed up right now. Visualize, expand. Where's expand? Did you see going by? Yeah.
Oh, and Manon, My Story in Reverse, it shows for credits use, just one lightning bolt, so very inexpensive to use.
Yeah, it's very good to work with.
No, I didn't see it as you scroll through.
Reorder. So I have my describe, first draft, series, brain. Okay, I
There
expand.
it is. My Story in Reverse was at the bottom.
Oh yeah, that one was at the bottom. It's over here too. It's on top for me. Because now you know you can take all your thing here and you can say reorder my menu. You click on that and you can move these so that you don't have to check all over the place like I just did for two.
Okay.
And so all the ones that I like to use are close to the top. So you can reorder them the way you want. So we're not losing any more time on that because I'm not here to show you expense, but you can expand every little section the way you want. And when you do that, just want to make sure that you tell that the AI what you're doing. So you go under the right button in the writing section and say, I want you to be very creative. I want the maximum words. You have all the choice that you can play with that creativity. I love excellent. And here, inside my little detail box, I put enhance and create full details outline. Because this is what I'm teaching you today. So this is where I want you to actually pinpoint everything for this session. So in my detail box, I told the AI, this is what I'm doing today. So work on that.
Okay.
Next. All right. So next one, I'm not going to stay longer on this one. I'm going to show you the next version. And this one is using this plugin, short story outline. This one I didn't like. It didn't give me any justice of what I was looking for to work. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I used the same amount of words, 193, and all it gave me is a title, genre, and a setting. So it didn't give me the outline I was looking for, so it didn't work out. So that one doesn't work. Now, the one that I know that will bring your 130 or 90 words into a lot more is First Draft. And First Draft is one of the plugin that Sudowrite is using. So First Draft is basically, I'm going to go get my little story. 190 words, like this. And you go into a brand new blank document, because if you don't have a blank document, it won't work. In the blank document, you go under the tool and you go and find that first draft.
Okay,
When you click on it, it's giving you this box. In this box, I'm going to put my 190 words and I'm going to say go. I can ask for more. Do not do enter or change line on this box, because as soon as you do it, it's going to go to town and start writing. But if you want to say, I want something more about it, you can write it at the start, dot, and go. So I'm just going to put my 190 words and say go, and it's going to write a much longer story based on those words.
wow. I have a question after you get through with this, so just to, let you know.
Go ahead.
So if I have multiple chapters already, can I just plug in each individual chapter and let it, so if I put in the first 3 chapters and let it go to town on that, then I can plug in the rest of the chapters one by one after that.
Because it's already written as a chapter, and what I'm doing right now is just using a small part, a story. It's a full story,
Right.
200-word story. It's a full story. And now it's
Right.
writing it's almost at 900 words. It's expanding my story like to a beautiful story.
Correct, gotcha.
But if you do chapter by chapter, he's not going to be able to link the story together in the first.
Okay.
But you could, what I do is I take how many words there is per chapter about?
Right now my longest chapter, which is chapter 2, is 2,200 words.
That would be too much.
But I can separate chapter 2 into 2 different chapters, creating, one chapter into 2.
Because if you had in the one that I'm doing, if I want to reverse my chapter and make it into what I call the scene beats, I don't think you can put more than 10,000 words inside the scene box.
Okay.
So for you, again, the best way is to export everything and re-import it inside Sudowrite. This is the best way with the amount of words you have.
All
I
right.
was going to say that sounded like it was probably his best plan, because what it did for mine, if it'll do it on that, I can guarantee that will definitely expand it out nicely for you. I'm just still blown away with
All right.
what that can be. That's just amazing.
Yeah. And as you can see, my little 200-word story is at 2,600, almost 2,700 words.
Oh my gosh.
From 193 words to 3,000.
Yeah. And that's in first draft.
And at this point, before all this, setting the parameters, you can go ahead and tell it how much you want it to interact throughout the story, correct?
Kind of inside that, you can add before the 200 words, I can say, this is a small story and I want you to help me to expand it to so much word. The AI is not a very good calculator, by the way. It doesn't know how to calculate words. But
Okay.
you can hope that it's going to give you what you're looking for. So there's no promises. The AI is not a good calculator.
Well, I was not impressed with Chat GPT, because even though it said it was locked in, sometimes things slipped in that I did not write.
The question in the chat, where's the first draft? When you get a brand new document here, because it's still writing, I don't want to stop it.
Right.
When you finish. All right. So now it's called the Twilight Embrace of the Sorry, I'm curious of the title of the village. Oh, instead of the midnight in France. So this is basically my new story. I would go and read it, and I can take this story and put it, there's too many words, so I would export it and re-import it to get it inside the Sudowrite and all done with my chapter, the same way that GS showed you earlier. So
Right.
when you get a brand new one, you want to find your first draft. It's empty. Go under my more tools and it's first draft. If you never touched this box of more tools before, it's going to be at the bottom here.
Okay.
All right, it's called first draft. If you don't see it and it's gray out, it's because you have something written here.
All right.
Okay.
So the first draft is only on a completely blank document?
Yes.
Totally blank. Yeah, it has to be blank.
I thought so, but I wanted to be sure that I wasn't hallucinating that one.
So this one
I'll
is
leave the hallucinations to the AI.
the last one very quickly before I get kicked out because it's the plugin class after that. So welcome to stay and come back in this one. Now the expand and the chat. Again, the same little amount of words. And here I did use the expand button. So what I did is I highlight my less than 200 words and I click on the expand button. So when I do here is basically you highlight and expand is right there.
Okay, I see it.
Right. When I clicked on it, it did go and expand all of it. And it gave me
Wow.
938 words. So that story, it's underneath here under expand. The other one that you can do,
Right.
you take your 190 words, you go in chat, and in chat, you ask chat, for my story, can you create a detailed outline? And chat says, sure. So it says, the Night of Dreams, introduction, the ordinary life of Jane, the children reveille, midnight awakening, Jane dream experience, Marcel dream journey, outer villager dreams, the spectacle of dreams, dawn and transformation, lasting impact of the night, and the conclusion.
Oh, wow.
That didn't cost me anything. The chat cost me 0.
Yeah, as long as you're using standard chat, it is completely free.
Exactly. So
All
again,
right. So I got a lot to explore.
I hope now it's time for you to ask your question because I kind of flew by everything very quickly. So sorry that I had to get stuck in that traffic. So hopefully you learn a lot. Thank you to GS. You are a lifesaver. And Danny too. Thank you so much. Question.
If you don't mind, please, may I ask, this is Danny. Is there any chance that we could have this more detailed class again?
Yes, that's not a problem. One thing I'm going to ask you is are you in Discord?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. In Discord, you can find me under international. I'm called Fireheart.
Fireheart.
Yes, you can go or find me in Fireheart under the teacher zone. Also, I'm there. I'm going to prepare a Word document, which I don't have time to share all that. I will finish the video and add a few things to it. Yes, Jess?
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, do you, for those who might not be there, do you have a link to our Discord that you can put in the chat?
Let me see if I can get this.
Thank you, GS.
I'm trying to open my Discord right now.
Same here. I'm having trouble.
The Discord, yeah, it took a bit of time to open.
I've got mine open. I just don't know how to get a link from the Discord server to share.
Where did he go? Oh, Cat put something in the chat.
Oh, there we go. Never mind. I just figured out how to get it. Got that copied.
I think Cat just sent
Yep.
it.
Yep. There we go. That's it.
So is that a link directly to mine?
I think that's the link that I just got was, yeah, that's the one that takes to the Sudowrite server.
So in Sudowrite, basically just go in the bottom, you're going to find me under International Multilingual. And I finished a class this morning on multilingual, so this is me right there. So go in multilingual, you're going to find me right here. I'm easy to find.
All right. Fire art, I gotcha.
Perfect. Ask me to be friend with you. I will check if you belong to Sudowrite. I will accept you, and then from there. And as you can see, I'm kind of fairly quick. I'm putting my class together, and I'm going to find a place to put it. And today it's, where would I put this today?
Car crash.
You get that again?
Let's say
Car
car
crash.
crash.
The car crash section, yeah. That's a good one. Maybe an hour, the hour section.
Horror or thriller, you know.
Or thriller. The thriller of the class today. Manon had a hard time to get her computer. Two cars in front of her just like centimeters. Then you wonder why it's hard to write a book. And when people says, I have a hard time to write a book, I don't know what to write about. And get in my head, I give you a lot of idea.
I had a story in my heart, but I didn't know where to start. Every sentence felt wrong, every draft fell apart. Sat staring at the page like it owed me something, but the words stayed quiet and the fear kept thumping. Then I heard a voice inside me say, you're overthinking, just put something on the page. Write it messy, write it wild, write it like you were a fearless child. Don't wait for perfect, don't delay. If you got something to say, write it anyway. Oh, 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 let it out, let it out, let it write it anyway. Oh, 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 let it out, let it out, let it write it anyway. Some days the magic shows up like lightning. Other days every paragraph feels frightening. Oh, but every page, even the ones that are wrong, are stepping stones to the book where you finally belong. So don't stop now, don't throw it away. You can edit tomorrow, but today, write it messy, write it wild, write it like you were a fearless child. Don't wait for perfect, don't delay. If you got something to say, write it anyway. Oh, 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 write it up, write it up, write it anyway. Oh, oh, write it up, write it up, write it anyway. First draft, chaos. Second draft, clarity. Third draft, confidence. Final dance, magic. Write the story only you can hold. Dream it, draft it, shape the clay. But whatever you do, write it anyway. Oh.